From Flushing, Queens, baseball from the home of the Mets, Citi Field. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Miami Marlins and the New York Mets. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Zach Wheeler is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Mets. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Yeah, guys, in his last start, he won his 9th game of the season, so he's going for double digits here in this one.
Donovan Solano makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
For Miami, second baseman, Donovan Solano.
And we are underway here in Flushing as the first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball one. These Mets, EK, as they take the field here today, all you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking like world beaters right now. I don't care what league you're in. Anytime you can put together a double-digit win streak like these guys have put together, playing some great baseball.
Well, you got to start a streak somewhere, and he's well into this one now. A 6-game hit streak with that base hit. He's swinging the bat pretty good right now.
Marcell Ozuna will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. Wheeler pauses. Here's the first pitch. Ripped on the ground to first. To Cabrera for one. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
This is always a tough throw here for a first baseman coming off the bag. You got to make sure that you don't just throw the ball right into the runner's back heading down to second base. Here he takes just a little extra time to make sure that he makes a good throw. And they're going to settle for just one at second.
Giancarlo Stanton comes forward for his first try at the plate, and you have to think something's got to give. Clearly not going his way of late. He's set. Here it comes. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
Well, you saw it right there. He's got a good fastball, and he's going to use it. When you throw in the mid-90s consistently, you have to use that weapon.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. Might want to stay away from that pitch in the foreseeable future.
Yeah, well, whatever that was, he's lucky to get another chance.
Runners on first with one down. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
And even on 0-2, you don't want guys to get into a comfort level up there.
Had him fooled as he swings through the curveball. 2 down. And here's how the visiting Miami Marlins will line up in this one. Who stands out to you, EK?
Well, we all know it. The man to watch, Giancarlo Stanton. He's having a really nice season with the bat, sporting a slugging percentage over 500, so there's a good chance he'll have some sort of impact offensively in this one.
Christian Yelich will stand in here, and like so many others, hitless in the shutout last night.
Well, it seems like it's going from bad to worse. He had a bad day yesterday, and he's hitting under 200 in his last 10.
So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Ricky Holiday.
Well, kind of strangely, Holiday has a bit of a reputation for rewarding the high strike. And that can really upset the hitters sometimes because the pitcher isn't usually trying to throw it there. So we'll see if any of that shows up.
A runner on first with 2 away. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1 and 2 now.
Just really free and easy out there in this first inning. He threw that ball right by him.
Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Marlins leave 1. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Lincoln Engel gets the ball for Miami in this one. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, he just hasn't been able to get anyone out. Hitters are hitting over 300 against him this year. We'll see if something changes in this one.
Juan Lagares comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Mets, the center fielder, number 12, Juan Lagares.
A swinging bunt to the mound. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Time now to take a look at Terry Collins' Mets starting lineup in this one. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Well, I think you have to be a little concerned about the struggles we're seeing from David Wright. I mean, we're talking about a guy that hit over 350 a year ago, so it's just weird to see him struggling like he is right now. I think he'll work his way out of it.
Neil Walker will come forward now as we give you a look at his home and away splits so far this year. Hit hard on the ground to second. Backhanded. Throw gets him. 2 down. And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at the Miami D. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, we have an opportunity to watch Christian Yelich in this one. Very athletic, wiry type of guy that gets very good jumps, has a good arm as well. We'll see if he makes an impact defensively in this one.
Bryant Tyner will stride in now, and as you see there, he sits 9th in the National League in batting at the start of play.
And he has a top 5 slugging percentage as well, so there's a lot of extra base hits to go along with that stellar average.
And oh, look out! Up and in and nearly took his head off. These Marlins, EK, as they take the field here this afternoon, they come in a bit of a rough patch. They've dropped 4 in a row.
When you're looking at trying to get out of a funk like this, it always helps when you can hand the ball over to a veteran starter that's been through this before, and luckily for them, they're going to be able to do that here.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Fastball not close, and he runs it to 2 balls and a strike. Hot shot on the ground is short. Helland scoops it up. Throw on to the first baseman, Loney, and the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3. After 1, no score. James Loney will lead things off here as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second.
Loney.
A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Darno gonna have to hurry. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second. With a moment now, let's take a look at the defense for the New York Mets. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, we have an opportunity to watch David Wright at third base in this one. Still a very dependable third baseman. Not quite the third baseman he was early on in his career. He's had physical limitations over the last few years, but still one of the better ones in the game.
Settling in now, Casey McGee. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Wheeler sets his sights. Here's the first pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. This is hit high and deep out to left. Cespedes going back. He gets there, and that's the second out.
You know, that's the thing with throwing a fastball as hard as he does. It makes fly balls travel that much farther off the bat. And this thing gets out there a long ways before it finally gets tracked down.
Pablo Manzanillo will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Well, he's been scuffling through this year, but over the last 10 games he's been good, hitting over 350.
In there at the knees, strike one. No score here as we play inning number 2. And he falls behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Walker dives. What a stop. He's out.
No problem.
3 thumbs up here in the booth following this gorgeous play at second base. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Yoenis Cespedes strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
A little bouncer. That rolls foul for strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Chopped foul right at home plate. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
I think he was trying to get that slider in on his hands, but I don't think he meant for it to get in that far. I think he just released it a little too late.
Chopped foul over towards the coaching box. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
And you know, pitching's a lot more than just velocity. This guy, he's living proof. If you hit your spots, change speeds, you can get guys out with an 87, 88 mile an hour fastball, and he did it right there.
Robert Vinson will stand in now, and this matchup would appear to be in his favor. As you can see, he's torched left-handed pitching so far this year. Into the windup and the pitch. And he takes ball 1.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower, and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
Bottom of the second here with no score. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. Travis d'Arnaud will be next. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Hit hard to short. Played on the backhand. Throw in the dirt to first, and he can't come up with it cleanly.
Batting sixth.
Yeah, and this is one of those balls where it's just a throwing error waiting to happen. You can see the nice backhanded stop, but that means that his throw has to be all arm as he's moving away from his target, and he winds up throwing it away.
Travis d'Arnaud will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen. Oof, looks like he's chasing butterflies with that swing. It's 0-1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Especially starting off an at-bat.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Pitch out. Nothing doing. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Line toward the alley in left center. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night. Oh, and he misses the stop sign there as he heads for the plate. Is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down.
On the money.
You could have had runners at second and third with one out, but they roll the dice. They're trying to pick up that run from first, and it winds up not working out for them.
David Wright will stand in for the first time now, and he's got that average up over the 300 mark to begin play.
Well, I don't think this should be a surprise to anybody. Most people know he's one of the best hitters in baseball.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line drive to left. And there's a base hit as the runner will score from third, and that gives the Mets a 1-0 lead. And he is into second base with an RBI double.
Back-to-back doubles here, and maybe more damaging, back-to-back two-out doubles are going to get him a run. It looked like this inning was under control, but that's the kind of quick strike ability that these guys have.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. This will chase one up around the letters here for strike one. Well, for Wright, he's at second with his 18th double of the year. Ready with the 0-1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Drilled on the ground to short. Throw on to Loney will take care of him at first, and the side is retired. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Some fans still trickling into the ballpark as we get you set for the top of inning number 3. Dave Helland is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
Shortstop, Dave Helland.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Lagares is under it. One away.
Boy, they are just making life easy for this guy. Swinging on the first pitch of the inning, pretty routine fly ball. It's been a cakewalk here early on.
Striding into the box, Lincoln Engel, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball one. Over for a look here is Cespedes, but he won't have a play. It's a foul ball. Wheeler into his motion. Here's the 1-1. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a one-out double.
Now batting.
Yeah, no hesitation there as we train our camera directly on him. But once this gets down the line, he's thinking two right out of the box, and he's able to beat the throw into second and leg out a double.
Standing in now, Donovan Solano, as he'll take a look at ball one. One out and a runner on second base. Squared that one up just a little late. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-2 now. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. Runner at second here with one man out. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. On the move is Lagares, and that's the second out of the inning.
Yeah, not his most fluid swing there. You could see he wasn't really able to generate a whole lot of torque there, and this is an easy play out in center field.
Here's Marcelo Zuna. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. That evens it up 1-1. One and one, here it comes. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Runner in scoring position at second with two down. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board. Here goes for naught. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Zach Wheeler digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Pitcher, Zach Wheeler.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Oh, he looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike one.
That slider is just devastating against left-handed hitters. I mean, he wasn't even close to that one.
One ball and one strike to the leadoff man here in the home third. very weakly on the ground, but it gets fouled. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call on that two-seamer running in.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Right over the top here with the four-seam fastball. Good drive through the release. Just threw it right by him at the letters.
Here's Juan Lagares. Had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Loney will get there as he's able to tuck this one away just past the first base dugout for route number 2.
Number 22, second baseman, Neil Walker.
Now in the box, Neil Walker. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Lays off 1-0.
Well, he's done a great job of getting 2 quick outs here, but the key now is to finish off this inning. Don't let these middle of the order guys get a rally going.
Now a swing and a ball lofted down the right field line and fairly deep. And Stanton will put this one away and the inning is over. Down in order go the Mets, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Leading off the inning, Giancarlo Stanton, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Wheeler gets the sign. First pitch on the way. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Yeah, showing no fear there. He put the pitch right at the letters away, but that guy didn't want any part of it.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd with a strikeout, and there's one away.
Well, here's that 5-pitch sequence once again here on Show Track. Now, as each of these pitches go by, you'll notice a common theme here. Every one of them on the outer part of the zone. Now, it was pretty clear that they had a good game plan, they stuck to it, and it worked.
In is Christian Yelich. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And the throw to first will be in time, so they stamp out the bunt attempt.
Well, you know, he had a good idea right there. The infield was playing back, but it's not going to work out for him this time. That's a nice play, and they're going to take care of him at first.
So 2 are gone now in the Miami 4th, and striding in is the first baseman, James Loney. Out in front of it, strike 1. And low, it's a ball and a strike. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Cespedes is there. And the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. They trail this one 1-0. Bryant Tyner is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
Right fielder, Bryant Tyner.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike one. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. 3-1 now. And this is something we've seen a lot from him recently. He's worked his way into another good hitters count.
Yeah, it's not unrelated either. When you're going good at the plate, usually means you're being selective and you're not getting yourself out. And when that happens, you'll find yourself in these kind of counts.
A quick out number one.
Yeah, and you know, that's a nice play back there behind the plate. For a big guy, look how quickly he springs to his feet, gets rid of that mask, and then he finds the ball here to make the throw to first to get his man.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. As he'll come up empty there as he misses the off-speed pitch for strike one. And it's quickly 0-2. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball one. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Back goes Ozuna, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. Around second. He'll try for third. And he is in there at third with a 1-out triple.
It's a real good effort out there in center field. I didn't think he was going to have much of a chance to track this down, but he nearly comes up with it as it hits off the wall. And then once this kicks away from him, winds up getting played into a triple.
Into the box now, Robert Vinson, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike one.
You know, I can't help but notice how much he's getting ahead of the hitters right now. I'm told he's throwing around 80% first pitch strikes. That's way above average.
And he misses with it 1-1.
Ooh, you might have felt the squeeze on that one. That might just change the whole complexion of the at-bat.
One out and a runner on third. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Taken high and deep to right. Back goes Stanton. Still going back. Gone! A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. Home run number 15 for him thus far. And the Mets have taken a 3-0 lead.
Well, This guy's been a real pain in the backside so far in this series. I mean, this is his second home run here in 3 days, so he is really seeing the ball well now.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. On his way to second is d'Arnaud. And he's 2 for 2 as he's in there with a double. And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. Into the box now, David Wright. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike one.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
Now pitch swung on and missed as they get ahead of right now 0-2. Surprised at all that they're coming right after him this way?
A little bit. I like it. It's good for the game, but this is definitely a guy that can hurt you if you're not careful.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only one away.
With some guys, it doesn't matter if it's 0-2 or 2-0. They take the same approach either way. Well, this right here is one of those guys, and he comes through from being down in the count.
Marlins have some action in the bullpen now as a right-hander is up and throwing. Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball one. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball two.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
Now a snap throw to first, but the runner's back easily. Runners are at the corners with one man out. 3-0 now.
If this has got to be on a platter now, you're in the driver's seat, and you've got to make this situation pay off.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Called strike 2, and now it's full 3-2.
Now with 2 strikes, he can put the ground ball on the back burner and really go after the strikeout here.
Runners are at first and third, 1 away. And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
And it looks like these past couple of innings, he's trying to be a little too fine all of a sudden. Like he's not trusting his stuff well enough. That'll spell trouble if that continues.
Into the box, Zach Wheeler. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
And this is a big-time strikeout situation right here, so they're going to be shooting for the same result, no doubt about it.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Drilled down the line, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Now a swing and a miss on a pitch well out of the strike zone as he becomes the second out.
Center fielder number 12.
You know, it seems like every time we check these out in show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. Looked to me like that was the right call.
Here's Juan Lagares as he'll go after the first pitch and send a ground ball down to third. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. But the Mets do strike for two, both coming on this two-run home run. We played 4. It's 3-0 New York. Leading off the inning, Casey McGee, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Wheeler's ready. Here comes the first pitch. Into the seats, 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game, because right now they just seem out of it.
And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders.
Yeah, Matt, he's hanging in there among the best in the National League. Currently in 6th place in that department. And when you're pitching as well as he is, the scoreless innings just seem to stack up. He's got another good outing going here.
First offering on its way. Pablo Manzanillo is in for the second time now as he looks at a ball inside, 1-0. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
Now he's just running right through these guys. Absolutely worn them down.
No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error so far for the Marlins. Sent on the ground out to second. In time to first, and there are 2 away. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the 5th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA.
Yeah, and as we take a look here, you can see that the Mets are currently best in the senior circuit in that category. And it's always nice to know that whoever steps on the bump for you, you're going to have a chance to win. A lot of teams are envious of that stat, and these pitchers, they deserve a lot of credit for what they've accomplished so far.
Here comes the first pitch. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
2 out, nobody on. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Miami down in order, still down 3-0. Neil Walker will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And he lays off there, 1-0. And not the greatest approach there as he offers it a pitch in the dirt, and it's even at 1-1.
Yeah, just really jumping out at that last pitch. He had him thinking fastball, maybe even slider.
I'll straighten him up there on that fastball. It's 1-2 now.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there. Even if he hits that thing, that might just be a routine fly to right.
Curveball, or maybe even the circle change there. 2-2 regardless. Set to deal on 2-2. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
Oh, that's what you call getting in tight with the fastball.
And a swing and a miss as Walker is down on strikes for the first out.
As a hitter, when you're not catching up to the fastball and you're physically fine, a lot of times that means your problem is you're indecisive. You're not sure what you're trying to do at the plate. You're not confident. You're not trusting your ability. Right now, it's more mental than it is physical.
Bryant Tyner will stand in for the third time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Now started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike one. He looks to be back in control now here in the fifth as that swung on and missed. It's 0-2 now.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch, and they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
Inside as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. One out, nobody on. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Ready on 1-2. Good changeup in the dirt. Strike three. And the throw is made to record the second out of the inning.
Yeah, a nice job behind the plate. He wants it low, so he's got a good idea that this ball might be in the dirt, so he's able to smother it and then make the strong throw to first.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball. 1-0. Bases are empty here with two men out. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Fair to say, oh my goodness, these folks are not headed for a career on Broadway. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Sylvester Yabuta will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the sixth.
Sylvester Yabuta.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch. Something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. That's by him for strike one.
Just overmatched him there.
Here's a pop-up now. Behind the plate, but room for d'Arnaud. And taken in out there for the first out.
And all through this winning streak of theirs, we've seen some great starting pitching, and this has been another very good performance. Good enough to most likely keep that winning streak going.
Donovan Solano will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
And a high strike there, 0-1.
Well, anytime you throw a first pitch strike to less than 50% of the hitters you're facing, you're looking for trouble, but not so in this game. We're in the middle innings here, and he's still pitching well.
Barely able to make contact, down 0-2 now. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. d'Arnaud gathers it. He makes the throw to first, 2 down.
And I'll tell you what, a 3-0 lead with the way this guy's throwing must look like a 10-0 lead to these guys. I mean, they just haven't been able to solve him at all so far.
Marcell Ozuna will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
Hot shot on the ground to short. Cabrera's up with it. And he'll make that play look easy as the throw is in time to end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Marlins. They trail in this one 3-0. A.J. Ramos will come on now as he'll start out the bottom of the sixth.
Number 44, A.J. Ramos.
Robert Vinson will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. And now the Marlins bullpen will swing into action as a lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. And a feeble swing that time. It's 0-1.
Well, you don't expect a guy who's having a year like this guy is having to take an ugly hack like that.
Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
And they take him out of the zone here, and he obliges. Not the greatest of swings there for the first out.
Oh, and that's a good pitch right there. That's just a hard-breaking slider down and away. And you get the hitter to be enticed by that pitch when it's about halfway there. That was looking like it was going to be a fastball on the outer half. Then it just flat disappears on you, and you're left wondering, what happened?
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Not close. It's 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Looked like he got fooled on the speed there. 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. Waiting in the on-deck circle is David Wright. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Count is full. Here's the pitch. Not quick enough that time, and he's lucky to get another chance. Count remains full. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Now to the plate, David Wright. He singled his last time up. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball one.
Well, not really how you want to start the next guy after a walk. That pitch isn't even close.
Runner at first here, one man out. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top. You just fire that thing in there.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. 1-2.
Yeah, that's a very hittable location right there. Not where you want to be when you're facing a guy like this.
Runners on first with one down. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, he didn't seem to do him any favors with the previous batter, and now here's another call that goes against him on the mound.
And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. In danger now of a second walk out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
And he misses again, ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on balls.
The shortstop, number 13, Asdrubal Cabrera.
Ready now, Asdrubal Cabrera. He drew a walk his first time up. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a liner, but foul. Runners are at first and second with one away. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
That man's got to be thinking, enough with the walks. Can't anybody throw a strike?
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Yelich going back, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. The run scores from second. That makes it a 4-0 ball game.
Well, this was going to get one home easily, and I thought that they might get 2 out of this. You're going to see this ball bangs off the wall on the fly, and they'll wind up holding that second runner at third base. So it's an RBI double with a chance now to maybe bring home a couple more.
Zach Wheeler will stand in with a chance to help himself out big time here with a couple of men in scoring position.
And a lot of times, pitchers go up there just because they sort of have to. But here, if you go up and just think ground ball up the middle, you might get one home, maybe 2. So this is a big-time chance.
From the stretch. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. And that's a called strike at the letters. Though that looked high from here, it's 0-2 now.
And in this spot, you got to pitch for the strikeout here. And this is a guy that's gone down twice so far, so you do have that in your favor.
0-2, here it comes. Line towards center field. And that's in there, base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. And not in time as the second run scores. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second. Juan Lagares will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
Line to the right side. Oh, and this kicks right off of him. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away.
Boy, and that was some kind of effort out there. Here's a look at it. He's charging in hard, and this ball just kicks off his glove right there. This is going to be a base hit all the way, but it was nearly a super play.
Neil Walker will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
Now a ball hit sharply toward third, but gloved by the third baseman for the out.
Well, that's the hardest hit ball he's had all series, and he's still looking for that first hit, but it didn't work out for him here.
Bryant Tyner will stand in, and they've been able to hold him in check so far. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's been a non-factor in this one, usually a major force in their offense.
Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike one. Three runs already home here. And this one gets away. That could be a run. Throw goes to third, and they almost get him at third, but he's just able to get back in safely. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Oh, he brought it back. So they pick up 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. 7th inning coming up. It's the Mets 6 and the Marlins nothing. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. Getting set for the 7th inning now with the Mets out on top. But first, let's check out the game summary through the first 6 innings of baseball. Leading off the inning, Giancarlo Stanton. And they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1.
If I didn't know any better, I think this was his first inning out there. He's still throwing the ball with a lot of velocity.
Hot shot down the line, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Still 2-2. Hit on the ground to short. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. So he's still got his shutout working here in the 7th, and with that in mind, we check out the league leaders in shutouts. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Christian Yelich stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Yeah, ground ball out to start the 7th. Now an 0-2 count. He's looking sharp as ever.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Heading for second is Yelich. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Yeah, not a lot of offense to go around for these guys so far. It's just their 3rd hit of the ball game, but at least this one's an extra base hit and goes for a double.
James Loney will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
This guy's kind of walked a tightrope all game long. He's only thrown first pitch strikes to 50% of the hitters he's faced, and yet pitching a very good ball game.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
And as a hitter, the thing you hate about this is that you have to have consistency. If this was a strike in the 2nd inning, then that's fine. But if this was a ball earlier and now it's a strike, I mean, what's changed? I mean, that's what ticks guys off. Just keep it consistent.
Into the box, Casey McGee. Over for a look here is Cespedes, but he won't have a play. It's a foul ball. 2 out here and a runner at second. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Swung on and hit deep to left center. Cespedes going back on it, but it bangs off the wall, and that should get him on the board. And the run is in to score from second. It's a 6-1 game.
It's kind of a surprise to me that he wouldn't try to go for 2 on this play. I don't know if he got caught up in his home run trot a little bit too early or what. He's going to wind up on first base here with a single off the wall.
Pablo Manzanillo steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Comes back with a fastball up and away that swung on and missed. 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. 2 out with the man at first. And another foul ball. grounded to short. Right to Cabrera. He'll go the short way to Walker at second for the force, and that ends the inning. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. On now to the bottom of inning number 7. The Mets are out on top, 6-1. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Carter Capps will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7.
Batting in the 7th spot, number 23, Carter Capps. Now catching and batting in the 9th spot, number
stepping in and ready for another shot, Yoenis Cespedes. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, his swing definitely broke down a little bit last time. He got way underneath the ball. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that adjustment and stay on top of the ball here.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
You want to talk about a live arm? This guy's got one all right.
Now a swing and a ground ball, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And that misses 2-2. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And he's able to get back in there at first safely.
Well, this is just excellent plate coverage here. I mean, this is a guy that uses the entire field. And you'll see him just reach that bat out there and slap it down the first baseline for a base hit.
Stepping in now, Robert Vinson, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Got him to swing at a pitch below the knees, 1-1.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
Way outside, nearly to the backstop, 2-1.
Yeah, and on 2-1 right now, you gotta figure this guy's wound up for the fastball here. Maybe you come with the breaking ball here out of the zone and hope he goes after it.
The 2-1 on its way. On the ground up the middle. He'll go to the bag for 1. On to first, and they turn the double play.
Now batting, Catcher, Travis d'Arnaud.
Travis d'Arnaud digs in. He reached on a walk his last time up and later came around to score. Grounded down the third baseline. McGee over to his left. And now a jump throw against his body. And a throw over the head of Loney. And he's going to make it up to second base safely as he's in there. My word.
You wonder if this is a ball that he probably should have just held on to. Instead, he tries to force it to first, and I think they're going to score this as a single and an error.
Here's the third baseman, David Wright, as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. Two out here and a runner at second. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. And the runner from second is in to score. It's now 7-1. Throw won't get him.
Well, time for another old baseball cliche. It's a game of inches. And it was on this ball. Take a look at how close this is to the foul line. And this is not a fair ball by a whole lot, but I guarantee you he'll take it. He pulls into second with an RBI double.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. Ripped down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's an 8-1 ball game.
Well, if you want to point fingers at who's to blame for this disaster, you're going to need both hands. In the pitching, the batting, the defense, the execution. But just draw a line through this one. This one's been an absolute disaster.
Zach Wheeler will buy himself another at-bat, and in turn he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And that's waved at and missed for strike one. That look says it all in the third base dugout.
That's not the look of a guy who's going to be sleeping well tonight, is it?
No plate discipline that time, and he's in the hole now, 0-2.
Well, give him some credit. With 2 outs, a lot of pitchers will just leave that bat on their shoulder, but he's at least taking some hacks and making the pitcher work.
Throw over to the bag, and the runner back.
Simple throw over there.
A runner on first with 2 away. There goes Cabrera. Pitch misses low. The throw down. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
This is one of those situations where those unwritten rules of baseball come into play. You've got a big lead. It's late in the ball game. This is where you really need to put the brakes on the running game.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. So 2 runs on 4 base hits, 1 error in the inning, and 1 man left on. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Mets lead this one 8-1. Dave Helland will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. First pitch coming. Here it is. On to the 8th here as a slider is taken to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. A funny thing happened on the way to his shutout in the last inning. Any surprise that he's back out there for the 8th?
Well, if it's me, I think I let the bullpen try and take me home, but he might have said something between innings that made his manager change his mind, so he's back out there.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Under it, Lagares, and there's one away. With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison for the two starting pitchers in the game, and the column to look at is the one on the right side of your screen. Not too many hits to go around at this point in the ballgame. Matthew Green will stand in now as he'll be getting his first plate appearance in this one here in the 8th. First pitch on its way. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air, and he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for out number 2. 8-1 our score as you look at our in-game line score. This one pretty much all over but the shouting. Donovan Solano will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Here's the first pitch to him. Now there's a changeup to start him out, but it drops low and away for ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. A good tailing fastball for a strike, 1-1. A little bit outside. 2-1. All away here to start the at-bat.
And that's fine, but you can't be afraid to work inside. You can jam this guy. Get him to roll over something. You don't have to strike him out.
Now a ball fouled down the right field line out of play, so that'll move the count to 2-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. To short, hit hard. Cabrera's there. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Miami down in order. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Nick Kelly will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Stepping in, Juan Lagares. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, same pitch, same result, and he's late on it again.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Here's Neil Walker. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. 1 out, nobody on. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. One pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike two. Hit hard up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, they haven't really needed him so far, but he finally comes through here to wipe out that offer in his 5th try.
Bryant Tyner will stand in one more time, and fortunately for him, he'll get a 5th chance here to extend that hitting streak.
Yeah, he hasn't had the same success the rest of the guys have, but that could all change with one swing.
He's set, and the pitch. Grounded back up the middle. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
You kind of wonder why guys would pitch to him in this situation. You know someone wants to end this streak, but he just finds a way to get another hit.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball one.
Well, nothing wrong with that. As much as it pains me to say, pitchers have the right to work inside.
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. First and second now, one man out. High and wide, 2 balls and a strike. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Nipped the corner. 2-2. And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the 2nd time this afternoon.
Well, that's the 2nd strikeout of the inning now, sandwiched around the 2 straight hits. He's definitely got swing and miss stuff, and this is a pretty good example of it right here.
Standing in now, Robert Vinson. Now a swing, and he pops him up right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. 9th inning coming up. It's the Mets 8 and the Marlins 1. Jerry's Familia will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. Marcell Ozuna will stand in now to begin their half of the ninth in a game that was decided long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now. But, hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball one. A chance here at least for this guy to get some work in what should be a fairly low-stress appearance.
Yeah, but it seems like these outings are where you relax a little bit too much, you give up 3 runs, and then watch your ERA climb by another point. We'll need to guard against that.
1-0 pitch is a sinker swung on and missed 1-1.
Much better sinker there. I think that's the one he wanted to throw to start the at-bat.
Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. Drilled to first. Vincent is up with it, and he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out. 2 outs away from a victory here that you'd have to say will be a rather convincing one.
You know, Matt, in every phase of the game, hitting, pitching, defense, it all favors the home side here. Top to bottom, they've been the better team.
Giancarlo Stanton will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
Back goes Lagares at the track, the wall, and this one is gone, a home run. And that dinger puts him 2 short of the 200 mark for his career.
Yeah, you know, some guys will lie to you and tell you that they're just out there playing day by day, not thinking about any of those particular milestones. They just want to get a W for the team. But the truth is, you do know when you're approaching those milestones, even the minor ones. He's keenly aware of how many home runs he's got, Matt.
Christian Yelich will stand in to keep things going, and I don't know, Steve, is the comeback on?
Well, at the very least, I like that they're showing some character out there. You never want to go down without a fight, so they're going to make these final at-bats count.
Antonio Bastardo will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here.
Antonio Bastardo.
Christian Yelich will be the first one to greet him as he'll start fresh here with the bases empty following the home run. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Comes set with the 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. This one's down to third. Wright has it. Throw on to first to be in time, and the Marlins are now down to their final out of the game.
Yeah, on a slow chopper like that, that is the third baseman's ball if he can get to it. He's got the momentum going the right way towards first base, so he'll just cut right in front of the shortstop and make that play to first.
Here's the first baseman, James Loney. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Lined back over second. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Boy, I'll tell you, these are the scary ones for a pitcher. This is going to give you a pretty good angle right here because this ball is hit so hard, and it's just about right at him. I mean, there's no time to do anything out there. And he's pretty lucky that one didn't get him because it would have taken his head off.
Into the box now, Casey McGee. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this should do it. And he'll put this one away for the final out. And the Mets will add one more to their winning streak as this ball game is over.
You know, you keep wondering if this is going to be the day that it ends, and it just never seems to happen. This is really becoming an incredible streak.
Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he wound up turning things over to his bullpen in the ninth, but still, 8 strong innings for him. And he was hitting his spots all game long.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Mets come out on top 8-2. So long from New York.